Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Thursday, October 30th, 2014. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I am Misty Shorter. In breaking news, according to the Associated Press, a small plane has crashed into a building at a Kansas airport. It has been reported that a plane lost engine power, causing it to go down. Federal Aviation Administration spokesperson Tony Molinaro says that the plane reported the engine trouble after takeoff from Wichita's Mid-Continent Airport this morning. Molinaro says that the plane crashed into a building on the airport's property in an attempt to return to the runway. The fire chief has reported that at least 2 people have died in the accident. In campus news, tonight the International Student Organization will be throwing a Halloween party. It starts at 6:30 p.m. There will be fun and games as well as awards for the top 3 contests. You can pick up an invitation at the International office. In regional news, in an update of the Richard Wayne Hammer sentencing, the Stephenville Empire-Tribune reports that District Attorney Alan Nash told reporters that, in reference to Hammer, it makes you wonder what happened to him. Hammer was sentenced to 99 years in prison. Nash questioned if Hammer was actually born that way. He also said that it's like a dog with rabies, you wouldn't let your kids around him. On Tuesday, observers were asked to leave as the victim took the stand to testify about the assault. Nash told reporters that he was proud of the jury for what they did, and the most difficult thing about this type of case is the subject matter. In local news, the Empire-Tribune reports that this Saturday, there will be a benefit hosted by Rent-A-Center to raise money for the Starr family. John Starr and his daughter Hayden were in a terrible car accident on October 19th on Highway 377. John is currently in ICU at Harris Methodist Hospital in Fort Worth and has several surgeries scheduled to reconstruct his back. A tamale dinner will be available for $8 at the benefit. There will also be a 55-inch LED television and a 60-inch plasma television raffled off for $10 a ticket at the event. And listen to this, Tarleton students, they're also going to raffle off 4 5-day passes to Larry Joe Taylor in April. Tickets for that will be $15 and will be drawn at 6 p.m. on November 8th. To pre-order tickets, call Alan or Alex at Rent-A-Center. An online fund has been set up for donations to the Starr family at www.gofundme.com/G4GWIW. And now for today's Texas National International News. From the Associated Press in Texas news, according to a Mexican state official, 4 bodies were found yesterday just east of Matamoros. This is close to where 3 young Americans went missing over 2 weeks ago. While the bodies have been recovered, state investigator Raul Galindo Barra would not discuss who they might be. A second state official has said that investigators are trying to determine if 3 of the bodies recovered could be the missing siblings, Erica Alvarado Rivera and brothers Alex and Jose Angel from Progreso, Texas. The siblings disappeared on October 13th. The siblings' mother, Raquel Alvarado, stated that witnesses saw armed men take her 3 children from El Contro, a small town near the border of Texas. The siblings were visiting their father, Alvarado said, and her daughter Erica had driven across the border on October 12th to drop a car off at their father's house. She visited her boyfriend, and the next morning, she called her brothers asking them to bring another vehicle to the roadside restaurant where they were eating. According to witnesses, when the brothers arrived, they saw men pushing their sister and her boyfriend around and tried to intervene. It was at that point that all of them were taken away. Their families are still awaiting identification of the bodies. In national news, we turn to video footage from the Associated Press.
This is AP News Minute. President Barack Obama is praising healthcare workers battling Ebola in Africa. Dr. Kent Brantley, who was infected with Ebola while working in Liberia, was among those Obama recognized Wednesday at the White House. Obama says he doesn't want such workers discouraged from volunteering there. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel announced Wednesday troops returning from West Africa will go into supervised isolation for 21 days. With more than 1,000 troops already there helping the fight against Ebola, Hagel says the families of military personnel are looking for a safety valve against the disease. A convicted serial rapist from Massachusetts was caught in New York after cutting off his GPS tracking device. and going on a cross-country crime spree for over a month. Gregory Lewis was captured late Tuesday after fleeing a traffic stop. And 100 robots are competing to be crowned Robot King in Poland. It's all part of RoboComp, where whimsical robots are put through their paces. Organizers hope the event encourages young people to develop an interest in science and technology. Suzanne Yee Gaffney, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In international news, we go to the Associated Press for a video about yesterday's deadly mudslide in Sri Lanka.
A mudslide triggered by monsoon rains buried scores of workers' houses at a tea plantation in central Sri Lanka, killing at least 10 people and leaving more than 250 missing. The military mobilized troops to help with the rescue operation as rain continued to fall on the island nation's central hills. Mud covered some of the destroyed homes to their roofs, and water gushing down hillsides indicated more slides were possible. The mudslide wiped out 120 workers' homes. Most of Sri Lanka has experienced heavy rain over the past few weeks, and the disaster Management Center had issued warnings of mudslides and falling rocks. Bob McCall, Associated Press.
Last night was the final game for the Kansas City Royals and the San Francisco Giants in the World Series. Pitcher Madison Bumgarner closed it out, and the San Francisco Giants held off the Kansas City Royals 3-2 in Game 7 for their third World Series title in 5 years. Today's Stephenville weather forecast is brought to you by the Weather Channel. Today will be sunny with a high of 76 degrees and a low tonight of 53 degrees. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus here in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9 on weekdays at 12:30 for each day's top stories, and Wednesday at 1 for the news top stories in Spanish. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports updates and the live stream of Texan TV News. Today's broadcast was produced by Rebecca Gilligan and Morgan Little. I am Misty Shorter. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.